Okay, so let's clock this church tea on today with Craftiness of a Woman Part 2. Now, all the stories that I'm basically telling you guys, they are in the Bible. Bible based all the way. But the Bible is basically how we live, how we should not live, and how we die. You know, basically basic instructions before leaving earth. So let's clock this church tea of Craftiness of a Woman Part 2. Now, the first one we're going to start off with is Rahab. Rahab was a harlot, right? But Rahab will forever go down in history because she saved God's people. Joshua sent his messengers to spy on a certain city, right? And they ended up at Rahab's house. So the enemy came to try to kill the messengers, but at Rahab's house, but Rahab then hid these people in the roof of her house, and basically telling them like, yeah, I seen them, but yeah, they ain't lodging here, they ain't staying here. It's basically the same thing that you would experience on your everyday life, where you have a woman, whether she's a hoe or not. But in this case, Rahab was a hoe who hide people, who you know is in trouble, but you hide these people, right? So Rahab basically done this simply because, you know, she was a hoe, but she knew the good Lord. And she knew that in her mind, craftiness of a woman, she knew that her family would be saved if she helped God's people escape and get back to their destination. So that's where you have Rahab at. You can check that story out for yourself. But hold on, not only do we have Rahab, we got Samson and Delilah. Now, Samson and Delilah is a mess because Delilah was a Philistine's woman who married Samson, right? And how Delilah got him was the enemy, the Philistines came to her basically asking her, how do you take down your husband, this man that you married? So she went to him one time, he didn't respond. So he went to her the second time. He ended up giving her the secret of why he was so powerful. Why sometimes it's good, men, to shut your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Because a woman will take you down through there. That's the craftiness of a woman. But see, Delilah portrayed her husband Samson for some jewelry and money. The enemy gave her some jewelry and money to sell out her own husband that she done made vows with before God, right? So eventually, in that story, when Samson found out, you know, Delilah had already probably been in the Bahamas somewhere or on a cruise somewhere with the money after you done got your husband killed. But not only did Samson die, the people that was around him died because he took the Philistines down through there too. So if he died, they died, right? So that's crazy that Delilah herself would do that to her own husband. True facts. Craftiness of a woman. Now clock that church tea, right? Then you got Jezebel. Oh, the fierce of them all, right? Jezebel came from money. A lot of women come from money, right? So you marry a man with money, right? But a lot of times these women with all this money and this power in their family, they be more powerful than the man that they married, right? But that man